Hello everyone from a mountain village in Yunnan. This is not just any mountain village though. This is the very first village I ever set foot in China. Back in 2017, I came here to be a teacher at a summer camp in the local school with about a dozen other university students from all over China. My very first experience in the Chinese countryside. So 5 years later, I'm back here in this village once again. We are going to go for a little tour and just see if anything's changed and reminisce about those beautiful days when I lived in this village for a whole 3 weeks. So I hope you'll be joining us in exploring the village that got me completely addicted to exploring rural China. I'm finally back. Let's see if there's anything new and different about this place. 你好. 吓到奶奶了. In 2017, I came here in July, in the peak of summer, and it looked like this. And right now, it's spring, and not as green and lush, lots of brown and orange, but it is still beautiful nevertheless. All right, we're finally here. It is time for the moment of truth to open this door and check out this beautiful village 5 years later. So excited.
Beautiful village.
There is a freshly new paved road here. This was definitely not here before. Look at this, super fresh. Back in the day, this was like dirt, gravel stuff, and now it's freshly paved. There's also a bunch of windmills on the mountain. Those were definitely not there last time. Look at those. Super cute. So the first thing that like jumped out at me as we were driving in here was this thingy, this like town square or whatever, because this was definitely not here last time. I don't remember what was here, but it wasn't this. I wish we'd had this though, because we had the kids do a talent show and we totally could have done it on this awesome stage, but instead we did it in the schoolyard, which was still nice, but not as nice. School is out. Here it is, everyone, the legendary place where I taught an environmental science class to children in this village for 3 weeks. We're gonna go in and take a super quick little tour. We can't stay for very long, but we can just go in and get a quick look of what the school is like now.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground.
So here's one of the little classrooms where I taught my little environmental class. When I tell people I did this rural education program, a lot of people assume that I taught English, but actually I taught my own field of study, environmental science and ecology. It was a very interactive class with lots of games and art and exercising outdoors because it's summer camp after all. Learning has to be fun, not just PowerPoints. Let me show you guys our little kitchen dining room place. It looks exactly the same. Here it is. We used to have our lunch and dinner and breakfast, everything in this little room. Cute little window right here. So I actually have a very tragic memory in this kitchen. This is where I got the worst food poisoning of my entire life. All the food was being cooked by university students and I got food poisoning. So yeah, sad story. It happened right here in this legendary, unforgettable little kitchen. Other than that little setback though, it was all great memories. And it was a good time, you know? It really makes you reminisce about your days as a child going to and from school with your little backpack on. So now that we've seen the school, let's check out some of the surrounding villages. I'm not a fan of hard-boiled eggs at all. I just don't like them, okay? But those chickens we just saw, they make like the most delicious hard-boiled eggs. The best hard-boiled eggs I've ever had in my whole life were right here in this village. Each day after camp got out, a few of us would walk home with the kids and do a home visitation and chat with their parents or grandparents. Our organization had this rule that you had to reject everything they give you, any gifts or any food, but it was impossible. They were always giving us fruit and boiling eggs for us, and for one group, I wasn't there that day, the local family even cooked a whole chicken for them. It was actually quite a struggle to communicate with the older generation because they didn't speak Mandarin well or at all. The local language here is Nasi, but we had fun with the home visitations anyway. One parent even drove us to a local tourist attraction, as he called it, this little blue pond. And I don't remember who took this selfie, but it definitely wasn't me because that filter is off the wall.免费送婚车。
这超市什么时候开的呀
19年的时候。
哦，我17年在这里做过支教。
在这个学校里面吗？
对，都是在这个学校，所以我是过来看有什么变化。开了个超市，哎呀，当时要是有你们这个超市，我们就爽死了。I got everything, so it would have been nice if we had this in 2017, but we did not. We just had the tiny convenience store with like 5 varieties of snacks, and if you wanted anything other than that, go to Lijiang. So we went to Lijiang quite a few times. There was a van that came through twice a day, and you could take that van to Lijiang, and if you missed the van, then you had to wait in the road and see if you were lucky enough to catch a ride with someone coming through. 珍爱生命，安全出行，绿生黑车。哎呀，那个时候我们就会站在这条路上，然后这样等一辆车过来，我们就上去，然后去丽江。
就是黑车是吗？
就是坐黑车，那个时候可没有这个牌子。Unfortunately, it's just been too long since I've been here. I don't have the contact information of anybody anymore. I can't really like find any of the people that I knew when I was here, but I'm just here to check out this village, just reminisce in this beautiful place. This is like the peak potato planting time, so everybody is out in the fields getting the potatoes ready. 哦，整个土豆都放里面。我不知道我想的是什么，但是我没有想到是这个样子。Life is pretty simple here, but it's also so full of beautiful details if you look closely, especially the architecture. There's so many interesting little critters carved on people's roofs.你好，在散步。上一次来这里是2017年。
2017年
，5年了。
4年到5年。
啊，那个时候都没有动车呢，现在有动车了，从丽江到昆明。那个时候我坐的绿皮车。哇，那边有那个火腿啊。
哦，火腿。我们可以几个。
好呀。这个村里每家人都在养猪吗？
猪也养呢。火腿是在这边挂起，
上面都在挂啊。
上面你看我这边，上面也挂起来。
哇，每一家人都会做这个火腿吗？
里面这点也是挂起来。这点，没像咱们社会面变化多了，我们吃也吃不完。
哇，这个玉米是留着做什么的？
这个是喂鸟。
任何东西都不浪费。太好了。
慢慢的做呀。
好，谢谢。谢谢，拜拜。These humongous, hairy-looking stacks right here are actually the local homemade organic fertilizer. These are pine needles that they collect from the pine forests all around this place. And then they mix in poop from the local livestock. Poop has the nutrients, and then you mix it with the pine needles so it has like the perfect kind of dry-ish consistency. And then they've got it all over the soil here to keep the nutrients coming in season after season. Looks like I accidentally upset the guard goose. The guard goose is going off.你好。
干什么？
散步。2017年我来过这个村。
2017年。
对，在那个学校里讲课。
讲课。
对，有一个活动，支教。我来过这个村，再过来看一遍。
2017年和到现在还是没改变嘛。
这个村有一些新的路啊，还有路灯，那边还有个广场。我们看到那个广场建的挺好的呀，变化很大，很棒。There are lots of new paved roads, a new town square, a new grocery store, fancy solar street lights. Some nice upgrades over the past 5 years. There probably won't be any upgrades that are too dramatic though, because for the younger generation, there is limited appeal in living in the countryside, no matter how nice the infrastructure gets. And more people are shifting over to urban areas like Lijiang, the closest city. I'm not sure what lies ahead for Tai'an, but I'm glad I got to be a tiny part of this place, even if just for a short 3 weeks. And it was nice to see it again and bring back old memories. I hope to come back again in another few years and see how life is going over here. Even if Tai'an doesn't remember me, I will always remember it as being an extremely unique experience for the 2017 me who had only just recently arrived in China, and everything was new and crazy and unexpected. It was great to be a part of that summer camp, and I wish you the best, Tai'an. See you in a few more years.